What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Friday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Peralt. Each and every single morning, we are here thanks to Betting Pros on the Betting Pros YouTube channel. Our title sponsor is always BetMGM. They offer $10 bet, any wager, any game, any whatever you want to make. Win or lose, $150 into your account. Promo code JUICE150 at BetMGM or BetMGM.com. All right, so a 1-2 night last night. Awesome live betting opportunities. Man, I did not take advantage of the Memphis game being down 20 points twice, 20 or more points twice in coming back. I did do that with the Nuggets, and my night is riding here. I have Nuggets plus 10 against the Warriors, and well, we'll have to watch this as the podcast kind of unfolds here because at the current time of taping, it is a 4-point lead with 7 to play for the Warriors. So looking okay there on the plus 10. So, but man, what a live betting opportunity for anybody who wants to come in here. These playoffs have been phenomenal. Teams going down by double digits, in particular teams at home going down by double digits. Man alive. Good chance to jump on it and take the plus points. We haven't seen really that many blowouts in the NBA playoffs. Boston was down by 17. They came back and won by 7. I mean, we're just in like a crazy run right now. So if you're not live wagering, I would really recommend betting live on these NBA playoff games. In particular, if you're seeing big double digits. I mean, heck, the one bet we got right was the over for Utah. That game closed at 242, right? The total? I think it was 243. The live total I think it ended up going over that. But Mike, come on, we flew over the 210.5. It was a walk in the park. So, and all the money came in on the under. That was CLV Society trash can stuff there, where just 209, 208, 207.5 didn't matter. Game flew over. Crazy situation there. So, live betting. Take a look at it. I can't do anything live. Discord channel is where I post, or I don't always post, but I give ideas. Like, hey, maybe you want to look at that. Hey, maybe you want to look at that. Like, I just kind of toss it out. You guys can do what you want with it, but just, I'm live betting consistently throughout the night, and you guys can do that as well. But I post a lot of the ideas and thoughts on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get in there, or the link underneath me here on the YouTube channel to click on that to get in to the Discord channel. Okay, let's go first tell you about our friends over at Sleeper. So, Sleeper, the fastest growing fantasy platform, millions of players. You may have a league on there already. Game-changing product unlike anything else in the industry, and now you can win on Sleeper by playing their new over-under game. It's super simple. First, in any sport, you choose 2 or more players that you like, pick the over, pick the under. For example, points in basketball, hits in baseball. Then you choose the amount of money you want to enter in the contest. If you pick correctly, you could win anywhere from 2 times to 20 times the money that you put in. It's an interesting new look. You can play with your buddies, built-in group chat to talk to your friends. Very fun to ride or die with your buddies. Stop what you're doing. Take a look at Sleeper, download the application, and play their new over-under game with your friends. Win some money, and make sure you use that promo code DAILYJUICE. It's one word, DAILYJUICE. Sleeper will match your deposit of up to $100 when you use that promo code DAILYJUICE. Download Sleeper, use that promo code DAILYJUICE when you deposit. Terms and conditions do apply, and see Sleeper's terms of use for details. All right, so we have Friday for the parlay. Here's what I'm going to do for the parlay. You guys might hate this, okay? But there's a big trend going on, even though we lost the Nuggets bet first quarter, of the team that loses the next game, first quarter, they win, all right? So there's 3 games tonight. Let's bet the team that lost the previous game in the first quarter. 3 bets. The Atlanta Hawks down 2-0 to the Miami Heat. Atlanta at home for game number 3 tonight. -1, Atlanta, -110. The Milwaukee Bucks are laying 1.5 points, which is weird, right? Milwaukee's only laying 2.5 points for the entire game, but they're laying 1.5 points here for the first quarter. Milwaukee -1.5, losing that game 2. And then the Suns laying a half a point. Suns are -1.5 for the game against the Pelicans, but we are going ahead and we are going to drop in Suns -0.5. That is a plus 660 parlay. Hawks -1 first quarter. Bucks -1.5 first quarter. Suns -0.5 point first quarter. Don't bet a parlay. There it is. All right, let's work back in reverse order of how the games will get played. The late night game is the Phoenix Suns against the New Orleans Pelicans. Suns laying 1.5 points. All right, no Devin Booker. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. It's pretty significant, right? Not against the Pelicans. Talking to my guy, Sean Lockhart, Papa Bear from Props Arizona. They know their team. They've watched their team. You might call them homers, but they know their guys, and they know what their team is capable of doing. I think this is a massive, and I mean massive, overreaction by the books. All right? Phoenix on the road is 25-16 ATS on the year. New Orleans at home is 22-19-1 ATS, but against the Western Conference, they have a losing record. Overall on the year, New Orleans 44-41-1. Okay? Phoenix is without Devin Booker. I understand that. However, if you look at the games that they played against New Orleans on the road this year, they were laying 6.5 back on the 4th of January. They won by 13 points. You know, yes, Booker is significant. And yeah, I know New Orleans beat them in Phoenix. They're laying 6.5 points. They lost by 15 in that game. And that, you know, they beat them at New Orleans, laying 4.5. They won by 16 points. Both games at New Orleans, they were laying it and they won. First game was 10. Second game was 9.5. Second game flips here to being -1.5. I think this is wrong. I think this number should be 3, 4, 5 or higher here for this. I mean, New Orleans is a good basketball team, and I understand that CJ McCollum, and I get what this team is looking like. But I'm not buying it. Not for Game 3. Game 3 is a monster, such a pivotal game here. I mean, the Warriors are currently up by 4 now with 5 to play. If the Warriors, I mean, the difference between 2-1 and 3-0 is so massive to me. I think Phoenix comes out, and I think Phoenix plays really, really well. Somebody else steps up. Chris Paul steps up. Somebody else steps up. There's some other person that comes up with a big game to help out. I think they play defense on TJ McCollum. They try to shut down Brandon Ingram. It's -1.5. I'm going to do something I normally don't do. I'm going to double up. I'm going to bet a full unit on this, okay? This is a full unit play on the Phoenix Suns, -1.5 up against the New Orleans Pelicans. I think Phoenix just gets the better of them. They win by 2 or more. That's all we need. -1.5. I think the public, I think people are falling in love with this Pelicans team a little bit too fast, okay? Got the best team in the Western Conference attention, and I get it. Booker is unbelievable, but the Suns are still really, really good. Suns -1.5 for 1 full unit here tonight. I am all in on this Suns team. I don't normally do this, but I'm betting the full unit. Suns to cover the -1.5 here in Game 3 in New Orleans. Bet number 2. Let's talk about the total between Milwaukee and Chicago. Total is 223. I have bet the under in both games and hit the under in both games. 230 was the first total, went under by 51 points. Under 225, we were lucky to get that, right? Free throw missed by Grayson Allen at the end of the game. Lucky to get it. It was a personal play, but we were lucky to get the 224, okay? Now the total is 223. Chicago on the year is 22-18-1 to the over. Milwaukee is 22-19 to the over. No Chris Middleton. I think this means they want to run. Milwaukee does. They want to run more. They want to push tempo more. I think this is a much faster game than Game 2. And Game 2 nearly went over. Game 1 was a little bit of an aberration because of the way that the ball was shot by Chicago. I mean, clearly DeMar DeRozan was horrible in Game 1. He was unbelievable, scored 41 points in Game 2. I don't think he goes for 41 points, but I do think Giannis has a big game here today. I would lean on some Giannis props for him, but 223 I think is too low. I mean, if you look at the games traditionally here for the Bucks, the Bucks are a team that generally, when you start putting this thing around 232, it starts going over. Now, I think it's going to be sweaty here. It may come all the way down to the end, but like against Philadelphia on the road, it was 232. The total landed 234. Okay, really, really close. 231 against Chicago. 231, the last time they played at Chicago, game went over by 2 points. It was 127 to 106 type, situation. Again, I think we're getting to the bottom here. 230, 225, now 223 here for the total. Chicago at home, they play faster. I think Milwaukee without Chris Middleton will play faster. I'm going over half a unit, over 223 for Milwaukee and Chicago. And one more half unit bet to throw at you guys here in Major League Baseball. I'm going to fade the Red Sox again. The Red Sox are taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays have not gotten off to a very good start, but they've got Corey Kluber going today against Michael Wacha. Michael Wacha has been pretty damn good to start for the Red Sox. It's kind of been weird, to be quite honest, but Tampa is 7-6 this year, and I think at home on a Friday night, you're going to see a lot of Rays fans and a lot of Red Sox fans. It's going to be a mixed bag here, but the Red Sox have not played well over the last couple of years at Tropicana Field. Michael Wacha is... I think he goes 4 to 5 innings here, but Corey Kluber's been really good. ERA 1.86 so far. He has only allowed 2 earned runs in just under 10 innings pitched so far. This is a guy who's won, 2 Cy Young awards. I think it's an opportunity to see what Corey Kluber can do against this Red Sox lineup, which, by the way, will not have JD Martinez in it, which I think is pretty big. I just don't like the Red Sox matchup here, and I think the Red Sox bullpen has the potential to blow this game. Like if Wacha goes for 4 to 5, I'm betting the full game here because I want to fade the Red Sox bullpen because the bullpen's been really good lately. Red Sox bullpen against Toronto was solid in that series. I'm not really buying it, to be quite honest. Got minus 135 at DraftKings tonight for this bet. I'm taking the Rays on the money line to beat the Red Sox. Rays minus 135 on the full game. I think Tampa wins the game here. I think Tampa on a Friday night is a pretty good bet to make. I think this offense for the Rays is due to get going in this bullpen. I'm not in love with the Red Sox bullpen up against this team here for the Rays and what they can do. Even if the Red Sox have a lead after 4 to 5 innings, I wouldn't trust it. I think the Rays come back and win the game. Minus 135, Tampa on the money line. I took Tampa hockey last night against the Toronto Maple Leafs. They won the game 8-1. Let's stay with the Tampa theme here. Let's go with Tampa on the money line at minus 135 here for a half a unit. Okay, so the don't bet a parlay. Hawks minus 1 first quarter. Bucks minus 1.5 first quarter. Suns minus a half a point first quarter. Plus 660 parlay for you guys for the don't bet a parlay. Suns minus 1.5 for 1 unit. We're dropping a 1 unit bet on you here. Not very likely, not common, but we're doing that for this game. I'm doubling up here on the Suns up against New Orleans Pelicans. Over 223 for the Bulls and the Bucks. And we're coming in with the Rays on the money line, minus 135 on the money line. Nuggets up by 2 with 3:20 to play. So looking like my plus 10 is going to come in here for a live wager. So again, watch these live bets. If a team goes down by double digits tonight, especially a home team down by double digits tonight, Bulls, Pelicans, whatnot, maybe a chance to jump in and get yourself either a middle or get yourself an opportunity to hammer a dog getting big plus points at home. My name is Matt Peralt. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by BetMGM.